We are back, the end of the week. Mackenzie is rocking because she's about to get reflexology. Actually, Gay's already started. Gay Baker, reflexologist.
Just getting a head
What are we
start.
doing here?
We are just getting used to her feet.
My condolences. Just in advance.
Every foot to me is just awesome. It really tells a story.
I can't wait to hear.
Don't spill any secrets.
Some things are just between myself
Oh,
and the client.
no, we got to share.
We'll
It's
get
just
you on
the
here
three of
next,
us
John.
here. It's just the three of us.
So
us.
as I was saying before, our feet really represent our entire body. So I'll kind of poke on you, Mackenzie, and tell John at the same time. This whole top part up here has to do with sinuses, neck issues. If you're having allergies, for example, that can really help work with that. The midsection here of her feet has to do with lungs and heart issues and whatnot. People who've, if you have smokers, a lot of times you'll see results from that, or you can feel a lot of times people have popcorn feet. They feel on the bottom if you've worn a lot of high heels even.
You mean like bumps?
They're bumps. It's funny. It's such an interesting way to describe it because
bumps.
it kind of feels like popcorn. They're just little hardened things you can kind of dig around in. That's the part that I find. I call those little nuggets. And then inside here is all the abdomen and stomach, spleen, intestines, kidneys.
Digestive issues?
All the guts. Digestive issues, definitely. And then the bottom has to do with legs, hips. What's really fascinating to me is, I'm gonna lift your leg up just a little bit here. This whole part of your body actually reflects the spine. In fact, it even represents the shape of the spine. Top up here, and then where it kind of curves in with our neck. Mid back here, and then lower down here, down to the sacrum and the back of your spine.
Now, someone told me a long time ago that right about here, that's issues.
That's the big one?
That's
We all have issues. You can relax your leg. That's actually what's
Some
funny.
more than others,
It's
John.
funny you happen. It's funny you mentioned that one because actually what I love, that's actually a spot. Adrenals. Our adrenals are glands. They're the fight or flight type glands. So back in the days of cavemen, when we ran from tigers, that was an issue. It's not so much a case nowadays. It's life, family, jobs, friends, issues. Life, whether it gets to you, so it will build up. By relieving this kind of point, it just kind of helps the body get back in balance.
Now, will there be a point where Mackenzie will go, "Whoa, what are you doing?"
Do you want to try for that?
Yes. So deeply, I want to try for that.
He'd do it himself if I would let him touch my feet.
I will.
We're so getting
I
on here
will at
next.
some point.
Let's see if there's any. Let me know if you feel any pressure or spots that kind of just you notice whether it feels tender.
Maybe I should feel if she has a pulse.
Yeah. I'm like, fine.
Fine. She's
Whatever.
tough. She's tough. No, it's neat. I can feel a little bit up, kind of in lung issues that it's nice, kind of work out. Maybe allergies, that kind of thing.
You spoke
will kick
earlier
in.
in the previous segment about past issues.
Mm-hmm.
Would they be found in any certain part of the feet?
It depends on what part of the body was affected. For example, I've had a lot of clients who come in with, I've had fused vertebra, back issues, joint issues, neck issues. For example, like neck stuff. I'm going to poke a little bit up here. If you have neck issues, that will really that will present itself and be very noticeable. A lot of the work that I do is intuitive to an extent, so I'll kind of get a feel for it and I'll press on something and someone will say, "Oh, God, that makes it hurts. I can feel that in my hip. I had hip surgery years ago." So it really is a fascinating thing. It's so hard to describe, like you said before. You've never known much about it.
How's it feeling, Mackenzie?
It feels awesome.
I mean, have there been any points where you go,
Just where she's kind of going on my toes now, but
Right
I don't
now?
know if it's subconscious because I already know that I have had neck
Well, I was going to
issues
say,
in the
is
past, but
it more on your right side? Does it bug you a little bit more? Or, like, it's a little more prominent on your right side for your neck.
like where you were just doing it.
Yep, right around here, this
Yeah.
spot right here. Because it's nice. It really, like I said, a lot of times if it's too, you can't work on yourself. Obviously, it's too hard to do. But it's neat because it really will. It's like it kind of letting air out of a tire that has too much pressure in it. That's how I think of it a lot of times. It just lets your body relax into a better state of balance, and you kind of leave feeling lighter and more grounded and just ready to kind of deal with life.
a typical session will last how long?
Hour and a half for the first
Wow.
session.
Did you say ow?
No, I said, wow.
Usually napping is approved. Some folks feel bad for snoring. I always say it's kind of like, burping at a Chinese restaurant after a meal. It's just a compliment. Feel free to fall asleep.
And do you enjoy working on men just as much as women? Or?
I have equal number of male and female clients, and what's wonderful about this work as well, because it is in the realm of massage, this is fully clothed body work. So whether it's men or women who aren't comfortable, perhaps undressing for whatever reason, that's perfectly understandable for a lot of people. So this is just a nice, comfortable, safe way to really relax and get the touch that everybody needs.
It looks like most of your focus is underneath the foot, but I see you kind of doing this. I mean, how about the top of the foot? Does that release anything?
It does actually. What I focus a lot of times the most up top is lymphatic system. So if you're fighting a cold or, once again, allergies or just kind of seasonal changes like we're in right now, this kind of helps. There are a couple spots in here that this is kind of lymph nodes underneath your armpits. And then this is kind of more down the bottom here is
and
more
can you
lymph.
Sometimes clean out the lymph
Yes.
system?
Yep, and I will always tell a client afterwards, lots of water, maybe even warm water with lemon to kind of keep that after effects flushed once you leave the session.
Yeah. Well, Gay, Mackenzie, I'm really sorry to tell both of you this, but
I know, let's just keep
going.
going.
No, I'm sorry. Gotta
More
do it.
time.
I'll always do more of this. You've been a very good guinea
Yeah,
pig.
it feels
Thank you.
awesome.
Probably through the commercial break, she's going to be enjoying what she's been enjoying.
I think so.
Stick around, we'll be back.